Good afternoon, everyone. Greetings from Northern Uganda in Africa. I'm Chen Walter Nen, graduate of Master of Transformation Development. I'm so much grateful for the university for giving me this opportunity to make a speech. My speech is entitled Productive Graduates for Productive Society. But friends, I would like to begin by sharing my stories, my series of MTD at Eastern Coast, Australia. I believe from my story, one of us or some of us will be blessed. This is my take home from my MTD training for 3 years. The journey has been long, but God has been faithful. As many of you, of course, have been challenged to think critically, this time not necessarily outside the box, but without the box. Secondly, I've been equipped with the necessary intellectual capital. I know all of us has been equipped with skills in our different professions to go and serve the world. Here, I want to apologize to our staff and lecturers, professors, and tutors. Sometimes we have not been faithful in submitting our assignment. Please forgive us. On behalf of the gradient, accept my apology. Gradients, yes, you have not been submitting assignment, but our professors and lecturers have been gracious to us. We thank you. God bless you for your patience. Secondly, I've been challenged. Thirdly, I've been challenged to take actions. Of course, Eastern Coast Australia is very clear on saying, be challenged, be changed. And this was very relevant for me because I began in 2019 my Master of Transformation Development, and it was 2019 when COVID-19 emerged. But in 2020, it was at its highest in my context in Northern Uganda. This was really very disastrous considering the fact that the region is one of the poorest in Uganda, with 68% of people in languishing multidimensional poverty. So that's the time I asked myself together with my bishop, what should we do? And how will my education be up to the diocese? And my bishop advised me, and together we registered a community-based organization called Tokoti, Tochi Community Transformation Initiative, with a vision to empower the local people to participate actively in harnessing sustainable development in their context. 2 years later now, from 2020 up to now, the organization is sponsoring 9 students at high school, which is a success story. We believe education is power and knowledge is key for socioeconomic transformation of any context or any community or any nation, and we are grateful. The organization is also empowering the poor community in Tochi County in Northern Uganda to build permanent shelters. I asked myself, of course, I've been learning from MT, one of our units was human rights, justice, and sustainability. And we learned that God created us in his own image, dignity. But my people were living in grass like us. I asked myself, even the bird of the air are living and building niceness for themselves. How about my local people in Northern Uganda? So we started empowering the local community to raise resources locally to depend on themselves. Because the challenge of my context was that from the year 1986 to 2006, the region has been in uncertainty. People were displaced, thousands were killed, and people depended on relief, and they developed relief mentality. In fact, the generation born in between that year 1986 to 2006, they have relief mentality. This is now what I'm using my MTD, starting with my small community in Tochi County, to challenge them that they should work, they should take ownership, they should participate, they should invest their time and creatively honest solution to their own problem without thinking for external support. Of course, we don't refuse external support, but they should work and participate actively. There's a joy in enjoying your work or the outcome of your work, the fruits of your work. Our organization also has come up with a community-led social impact enterprise where it will be able to generate revenue to support the dependent maintenance. Now we're saying, can you have a business venture to generate revenue to address solution, both social and of course, environmental impacts. I will share you some photos of what we are doing here. You can see my teacher, Dr. Steve. He visited us last year and we are with the community, helping this community to live a sustainable solution. These are communities called Ulonya Farmers Group. They have been participating and always just emphasizing on subsistence agriculture. But here we are bringing them together and mobilizing them toward embracing commercial agriculture. Here I'm training my community. One of the things that I would like to encourage MTT our students from the south of Sub-Saharan Africa, and of course, all the students in your different vocation and profession, we should move concepts to meet context. If we leave concepts, the knowledge we have gained, and we don't translate it in a solving practical solution in the community, not easy. Here I'm teaching my community about asset-based community development. So here I'm saying mission critical dialogue between concepts and context. I'm telling them physical assets, financial assets, human assets, spiritual assets, social capital, we bring them together in causing change. You can see now some building behind this. This belongs to one of the members. They are moving from grassroots arts to permanent shelter, as I will show you later. Here are the member of a group called World Cultural Housing Projects. As I've emphasized and alluded earlier, development, the local people must take ownership of their development. Here they're giving US dollars 300 to one of the members to help him toward the construction of his house. This is amazing, considering the fact this is where the people used to beg, this is where the people used to depend. Now they're raising resources from within. And I'm so grateful to MTT and so grateful to Eastern Port Australia for the skill I've acquired to cause this transformation. I believe my story could be helpful to anybody who is interested to venture into the field of causing social values or social transformation, to begin sport, to be passionate, to integrate into the context, to identify the people and make them take ownership. Give them the skill and let them take up ownership of everything, or take ownership of the transformation or the narrative of development in their context. Here I'm with students, bringing them to learn from context from the university, but to understand what context is and how they can use their skill to cause transformation. Here you can see different members. Now this organization Tokoti began in 2020, but so far we have 50 houses under construction in different states. You can see, you see the grassroots art. Now you see this person, there's a standing next to some bricks, there's a permanent shelter under construction. Here, Dr. Steve, this is my father, he's called Onen, and this my mom is called Jacqueline. They also used to stay in grassroots arts. So you see, 2019, I said, no, my parents should just enjoy. And so now we have put up a semi-permanent structure for them, something that I believe will be much better in time to come. So these are different houses under construction from what we have done. And these are the impacts and the outcome of my entity training. And I want to encourage anybody who is interested in venture in causing transformation in the community, first not to look at money, but to look at the people and how to transform their mind, and to be interested to incarnate into their context the way Jesus did. Instead of shouting from heaven for the redemption of mankind, he came and stayed for almost 33 years. If you want to cause change, be with the people. So friends, I know I've talked about productive youth for productive graduate for productive society. I want to encourage graduate today that as well as we think globally, but we need to begin acting locally. We have crisis in the world, climate change, multidimensional poverty, injustice, inequality, gender inequality. Begin acting with the profession you have got from Eastern Port Australia. Go and start acting small. Second, let us engage and invest our energy in producing creative solution, of course, by participating in a creative conversation that brings change. That's where your energy should be focused. So, dear Gradient, from today onward, the world is looking up to the challenges that are in the world. The world is very hot. They are looking for people who are interested in causing transformation. And these are the students. Of course, we, the Gradient of Eastern Port Australia, we are ready. We have been equipped. And we know God with us, we are going to confront the challenge of the world in our different contexts, in the way God has gifted us to cause change. Finally, friends, if you have not yet found the answer to the question, what will be your contribution to the world, please do. It's very important for you to find this answer to the question. What will be your contribution to the world? That is what the world is looking for someone who is going to give something, not someone who is going to take things away from the world or community. And how will your education you have acquired from Easter going to facilitate it? This is my advice for you. And it relevant to the team of productive graduate for productive society. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you, the administrations and the leadership teams, Maya, our principal. Thank you, the MTD faculty. You have been a blessing to us on behalf of the Gradient for Master Transformation Development. Thank you so much to you. God bless you, Steve, Roland, Bevis, Clint, and Tanya. And we are so grateful. God bless you, abundant. Gradient, God bless you. The word is hot. But be confident, as in Joshua chapter 1, verse 9, the Lord will ask, let us confront the world with confidence, assurance, and depend on God. We conquer in godliness and we work in humility and diligence to cause transformation. Continue, student. God bless you. Don't worry, you're going to arrive. Just trust the Lord, be respectful, be hardworking. God will take care of your needs. And of course, our sponsor, our parents. God bless you. You made us proud. You sacrifice your honey. You sacrifice for our study. The sponsor, God bless you. We can't thank you much. God bless you. God bless you. To God be the glory.